Hello everyone, and welcome back to WWE 2K23 MyGM Mode. We're here in Las Vegas, Nevada for Survivor Series. R-Truth, the easiest promise in the world to fulfill. He wanted a match this week. He's the Universal Champion. He's gonna get a match. We're also gonna have that TLC match. I took care of this last episode, which is gonna give us free special effects booking, which is pretty cool. Let's run down the match card. Dakota Kai, Clubbarella. It's a level 4 rivalry, and it's coming to a head in a backstage brawl. So if that's not a 5-star match, it should at the very least be 4.5. Gonna be a pretty fun match to kick off the show. On the promo side of things, Bayley's doing a charity promo. Io Sky is doing a charity promo. So Damage Control, you know, doing some nice charity work there. Asuka's gonna call out Bayley and advance that feud to level 4, ideally. Cody's gonna self-promote. I think the only person who's not on the show is Ricochet, because he does not have the stamina for it. Looking back at the matches, we're really cementing Shelton Benjamin's heel turn by pairing him up with his arch rival, you know, longtime person that he's clashed with here on the blue brand, Gunther. And they're going to be taking on the Street Profits. It's going to be non-title, you know. Again, it's like we've got the big rivalries in the main 3 spots, and we've also got a level 2 rivalry in the triple threat here. So I would rather save the stamina for Gunther and Shelton and use them for something bigger in the future. Last man standing match, MVP, Kevin Owens. This one is the PLE bonus, and as well as that, MVP's only got 44 stamina, so I don't want to, you know, destroy his body, ideally, especially considering the Street Profits feud is still going on, so keep that in the back of the books. I don't know. Yeah, triple threat, Rhea Ripley, Raquel Rodriguez, and this time we're throwing Roxanne Perez in there, because she's got the stamina to afford it. And then, of course, the main event, Bobby Lashley, R-Truth, TLC match for the Universal Championship. That's going to be five stars, no doubt. So without any further delay, let's go ahead and confirm the book for Survivor Series. And right out of the gate, like, I'm looking at all these matches. The last time I did a last man standing, you know, that was the one between Liv and Bayley, and it felt like, you know, maybe I just wasn't feeling it at the time, but it didn't feel like a particularly strong match. And, you know, last time I did a TLC, they just went straight for the belt, so I'm not sure if I should really do that either. I can't spectate the backstage. Well, no, but then if I play the backstage brawl, I'm going to get a whole bunch of pop-ups. Maybe I will just do the last man standing match then, and just hope that it's better this time. I think that's going to be the match that I do. So we'll go ahead and simulate Dakota Kai, Clubbarella, the conclusion to the feud. And it is Clubbarella in a 4.5-star match who picks up the win. So we may not have Chuck McWagon, but we've got female Chuck That was stupid. But yeah, we got another homegrown that we're building up in Chuck McWagon's place. You know, the ultimate mixed tag team match. Gunther and Shelton teaming up to take on the Street Profits, non-title match. Ooh, but the Street Profits still pick up the win. It's only going to get 2.5 stars, but that's fine. That rivalry advances to level 4. But, you know, I'm also kind of not feeling spectating a match at all for this Survivor Series, if I'm being perfectly honest. And, you know, there are plenty of episodes where I do, and if I'm not feeling it, I don't want to force myself, because last time I did that, I don't think it was a great result. So I think I will just go ahead and simulate the show, honestly. And I'll make sure, you know, hopefully the next time I do a recording, I'm feeling more actually like spectating a match. So Kevin Owens picks up the win in a 4-star match. Did that say the feud was concluded? It might have. Yeah, so Io Sky also gets 5,000 fans on the charity promo. Triple threat match, Rhea, Raquel, and Roxanne. And the win once again goes to Rhea Ripley. She's just not losing any ground in this feud. Oh, and that got 4 stars. That's pretty good. Cody goes up 2 popularity on the self promo. And then main event time, Bobby Lashley, R-Truth, TLC match for the Universal Championship. And the win goes to R-Truth. He manages to retain the title. So the Almighty is not yet going to become a singles champion in this series. Not just yet. So let's look over at how Monday Night Raw is going to do. Shayna Baszler, Zoe Stark, backstage brawl. The win goes to Zoe. That got 4.5 stars. So pretty much measuring up to our opener. Danielle Wallace one-on-one with Alexa Bliss. They're both heels and both cruiserweights, so that only got 1.5. Backstage brawl, Massey versus Noam Dar. No title on the line this time. So even though Massey gets the win, he does not win back the United States Championship. Drew Gulak versus Eric inside of a steel cage, and the win goes to Eric. I guess he had to find someone else to fight aside from Logan Paul, now that Logan Paul is injured. And then main event, WWE Championship Iron Man match, Braun Breaker, Randy Orton, and the win goes to the Viper in a 5-star match, and that'll surely conclude that feud as well. And then we move over to NXT, Natalya one-on-one against Gigi Dolan. It was an Extreme Rules match, and the winner was Gigi Dolan for 3.5 stars, so the weakest opener out of the bunch. Cedric Alexander advances that feud to level 4, so we're going to be seeing a whole lot more of Cedric and Braun, unfortunately. Oh, hey, mid-card NXT Women's Championship match. It's Dana Brooke versus Carmella. But Carmella, the newcomer to NXT, does not get the gold on this occasion. But it's a new rivalry, so she'll almost certainly have more opportunities in the future. Oh boy, I'm looking at the next match on the card. Oh boy, Ibarra goes up 2 on the self-promo. Here we go, NXT North American Championship. Truly Omos's biggest test to date, as he goes one-on-one with Randy Macho Man Savage. And look at that, new NXT North American Champion. And it's the Macho Man, Macho Madness, about to run wild on NXT. And Braun also did a call-out promo, so I guess they were just making sure that it got to level 4. Chad Gable goes one-on-one with Tyler Bate, so it looks like they made another signing. You know, still trying to replace all these injuries. That only got 2 stars. Wow. NXT had all that budget, and they are just not even going to use much of it on this PLE. I'm surprised. And then main event, backstage brawl, Rey Mysterio, Dominic Mysterio, and the win goes to Dominic. Got 4.5 stars, and the rivalry is over. Does Rey finally get injured? I have to know. Yep, so we've completed 3 rivalries. This one's up to level 4, which is pretty cool. Massey and Noam Dar are both injured for 3 weeks. They're both going to be out of action. Rey and Dominic are both injured. Rey for 3, Dominic for 4 weeks. Gigi Dolan's out for 4 weeks, so NXT, they signed new talent, so that must have been what they did with their budget. They just signed a bunch of people. Oh boy, what a time, what a time. We got a rating score of 130 for plus 159,000 fans. Oh, but our budget dropped. That's not great, but, you know, maybe I'll just run another show inside a big stadium for the ticket sales. Raw got a 114 fan change plus 114,000 fans, and they dropped even more on their budget. So what's NXT's budget gonna be like? They had a 115 for plus 119,000 fans. They still somehow, well, okay, I guess it makes sense that they profited on their show because they didn't really book many stipulations. So they just used like 200,000 on contracts, basically. Yeah, walking wounded out there tonight. Dominic Mysterio picked up an injury, and pretty sure Rey Mysterio did as well. Yeah, NXT, they've done an excellent job so far, with all their superstars getting injured, and the fact that they're in last place. No comment on Gigi Dolan getting injured, it would seem. Get well soon, Johnny Gargano. Oh, did Johnny get injured too? What the heck is happening? Randy Savage was on the card tonight. Awesome. Yeah, I mean, NXT, they're really grasping at straws now. Hey, look at that. We're back up. Over 100,000 fans in the lead. Eric Bischoff, you know, that checks out. Hey, but Kurt Angle, because they made it over 4 million fans, that is a 2 out of 10 now on the trophies, but it's still nowhere close to us. And now we're 4 weeks away from Extreme Rules. Good talent applied. Increase the price of all legends and free agents by 20K. And double cost card. And, oh my god. So that's by 40K now. I guess I'm not signing anybody. We lost one of our major talent scouts. Hiring new talent is going to cost more until we can replace her. Special match cards. Bischoff, you shouldn't take it out on me just because you suck. I'm the best. It's that I listen to my stars and spend my cash wisely. I mean, yeah, because Bischoff clearly doesn't. Well, it's more like just as far as like not listening to the stars. He just keeps getting people injured. Not feeling physically 100% right now. Yeah, you're gonna get 2 weeks. That's pretty easy. I've been putting in a lot of work and I think I've earned a shot at the women's title. How about it? I guess it can probably happen. I can probably make that work. All right, yeah, so that's a small increase. What do we got? The contracts of all legends you've signed this season become permanent. Well, I haven't signed any. Cardio focus. All of your superstars lose less stamina from matches for 10 shows. That seems pretty good. All free agent contracts cost 25% less. And that's for 5 shows. I feel like the stamina, honestly, because 10 shows would get us through the end of the season, I think. So I'm going to go with cardio focus. I feel like that one was pretty easy. Yeah, because that's going to get us through the rest of the season. So that was not a very difficult choice there. Ensure that your least popular available bruiser is in a match this week, and that'll give us a To the Moon power card. I hope that it wasn't Dakota Kai's a fighter. Okay. Angelo Dawkins, that is not a problem. 36-28. So if I wanted to try to rematch that feud, that might be a bit tricky. Yeah, no, this thankfully though, Chuck McWagon is not here this week, because if Chuck McWagon was dropped into free agency the second I couldn't sign anybody, I would have been furious. I would have been so disappointed. Yeah, but yeah, there's definitely... and I was even thinking that, like, if Bobby had won the title, I was even considering potentially signing RVD to feud with him, but not for 89,000. I can wait a week. Yeah, everyone's budget dropped. Still got a pretty solid lead. We don't have... I think we probably have to book, like, 2 or 3 more tables, or TLC matches, and we'll have that. And as far as this goes, like, if I get into the final 5 weeks and haven't signed anyone yet, you know, if Chuck McWagon doesn't show up, I'm just going to pick up some random jabroni and do it just for the sake of getting the power card out of it. We'll go ahead and set all that up. So yeah, it was to have Montez Ford. There's definitely some way that I can make that work. I want to take a look. So we have 5 shows remaining on the whole thing with the ticket price arena capacity card. And then we got 10 weeks on the cardio focus. And yeah, still obviously if we book Asuka in a match, we get money that way. Yeah, I actually haven't looked too much at the GM assistant, but it's good to know, like, you can just see what power cards are played against you. And the fact that, you know, I am in first place by a pretty good margin, so I guess it makes sense that they're ganging up on me. Bischoff, it's kind of just pathetic because he is nowhere close. At least Kurt Angle, it's like he's trying his best. But yeah, I think this might be a bit of a shorter episode. I am not very good at tracking the time on these, but I think I'm gonna call it there for today. Thank you for watching today's episode. And I mean, there have been a lot of like longer episodes recently anyway, so I feel like having a shorter one's not too bad. So yeah, thank you for tuning into this one, and I will see you tomorrow for the next episode.